Hey guys, hope you're doing well. So this is more of a news desk piece on Turo. A couple weeks ago, I did do a video talking about how the CEO of Turo, Andre Haddad, did a interview with Yahoo Finance, and they were asking him if Turo was potentially thinking about going public in 2021. At that time in that interview, he basically couldn't say and just pretty much mentioned that, they're definitely thinking about it, could be an option, but it was uncertain. So as soon as we get into 2021, he does a piece with the Wall Street Journal confirming that, in fact, they are thinking of going public in 2021, or that they will actually go public in 2021. So let me just read you kind of this quick synopsis, and then I have a couple questions for you guys. And this is kind of a very interesting development, right? So it says, car rental startup Turo aims to list its shares publicly in 2021 after a strong end to 2020. Turo allows people to offer their private vehicles for rental, a car sharing alternative to industry giants such as Hertz and Avis. CEO Andre Haddad isn't yet sure whether the company will pursue a traditional IPO or an alternative like a blank check company merger, according to the Journal. So here's an interesting part right here. The startup slashed cost and laid off workers in 2020 to shore up extra cash. Those actions helped the company cut its second half loss to $7.2 million, down from $46.9 million in the second half of 2019. So that is a huge difference. Not only that, but I do recall in the Yahoo Finance piece that he did, he mentioned how in the third quarter they hit a major revenue milestone where they did, I believe it was like 50 million in revenue, which was major for them. So really interesting, given that 2020 was a pandemic year and markets were really up and down. If you were a host on the platform, you definitely felt everything that was happening every step of the way, even including now. There are still lockdowns and restrictions taking place like they are here in California, and you feel how human behavior changes every time something happens related to the pandemic. It takes a direct effect to your business and your market. So this is really interesting and not surprising that they're going public. I mean, if you look at some of the major IPOs that took place in 2020, it's not surprising that they would follow suit, just like Airbnb did just a couple weeks ago. So my question to you guys is, what I'm curious about is, how does a market get affected when a company goes public? Is it good? Is it bad? Is it indifferent? Will we even notice? I actually don't know the answer to that. So my Airbnb friends that are out there, I'm curious to know if you guys saw any particular changes that occurred maybe prior to the IPO that were maybe unusual or out of the blue, that were maybe not necessarily directed towards the pandemic, because I know there's been a lot of changes due to that, or if you've seen any changes ever since they did go public. So I just want to gauge how markets react when a company does go public, specifically on the host end of things. How do hosts get affected, whether you're an Airbnb or Turo? Will we be affected? I really have no idea. So I would love to get some of your feedback. This is something that I'm going to dig into a little bit more, just haven't really had time to dedicate to that, but I do want to kind of find out, what experiences are out there that relate to companies going public, especially for gig economies like Turo. So I know we already have examples in front of us like Uber, Lyft, and Airbnb. So if any of you guys are on any of those platforms, I would love to know what you guys have experienced, and I think it would be great for the community. So I look forward to hearing your guys' feedback in the comments section, and then I'll do a follow-up on this. So I just want to bring that little piece to you. I am going to put the article in the description down below for those of you that want to read it, but this is definitely very exciting news. If you are a Turo host, would you invest if Turo went public? Is that something that you would put your money in? Let me know. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. Once again, my name is Sima. This is Sima's Experience, and I will talk to you guys soon.